Corrosion is one of the biggest enemies of steel structures, especially in the marine environment. So let us first understand how corrosion can be prevented, and then look at how surface conditions lead to the formation of corrosion cells. One of the most common ways to prevent corrosion is coating the surface. When steel structures are coated with paint, resin, oil, ceramic, or grease, water and oxygen are prevented from coming into contact with the metal. As long as this coating remains intact, it provides excellent protection. However, oil and grease wear off with time, and once the coating is lost, corrosion begins. Another method is coating with a less active metal. This type of protection is purely mechanical in nature. It works well as long as the coating has no breaks. But if there are pinholes or damage in the coating, corrosion is actually accelerated due to galvanic action between the metals. A common example is tin coating on iron. Steel can also be protected by coating with an oxide. Strong oxidizing agents cause iron to become passive or chemically unreactive due to the formation of a stable oxide film. This is why aluminum and stainless steel are corrosion resistant. They form an invisible protective oxide layer. Examples include red lead and zinc chromate. Another very effective method is protecting steel with a more active metal. In this case, zinc is used, which is anodic and corrodes preferentially. The iron remains cathodic and is therefore protected. This principle is widely used on ships, where zinc anodes are attached to the steel hull near bronze propellers. The corrosion is concentrated on the easily replaceable sacrificial zinc anodes. Corrosion can also be prevented by excluding water from the reaction. If water is removed from the metal surface, corrosion cannot occur. Research has shown that iron will not corrode in atmospheres containing less than 30% relative humidity. Sealing the surface using chemical desiccants or refrigeration equipment can help preserve ship structures. Similarly, excluding oxygen from the reaction prevents corrosion. This is usually difficult, but one important application is in boiler systems. Corrosion caused by dissolved oxygen leads to oxidation of boiler tubes at high temperatures and pressures. Boiler feed water is therefore de-aerated, often by heating and by adding hydrazine to reduce the oxygen content to a very low level. Now let us understand how surface condition plays a role in corrosion. Mild steel is poor in resisting corrosion and occupies a high position on the galvanic scale. This is because it is a heterogeneous metal, containing impurities that readily lead to the formation of corrosion cells. Consider a mild steel plate coated with mill scale, but with a small pit or break in the mill scale. Through this break, oxygen-laden seawater comes into contact with the steel. At this point, all three ingredients of the corrosion triangle are present, and a corrosion cell is formed. The exposed steel plate becomes the anode. At the anodic area, iron atoms become ferrous ions with the release of free electrons into the electrolyte. These electrons move toward the cathode, which in this case is the mill scale. At the cathode, the electrons combine with oxygen dissolved in the water and with water molecules to form hydroxyl ions. These hydroxyl ions travel back to the ferrous ions at the plate surface, where they combine to form ferrous hydroxide. This then reacts further with oxygen to produce rust, or ferric oxide. The overall reaction can be summarized as 4 atoms of iron reacting with oxygen and seawater produce rust, which we commonly observe on steel structures. One dangerous result of poor surface condition is pitting corrosion. This type of corrosion is localized but deep penetrating. It is caused by surface imperfections or spot breakdowns in protective coatings, and is commonly observed in ballast tanks that have not been maintained for long periods. Another important form of corrosion is bacterial or anaerobic corrosion, also known as microbiological corrosion. This occurs mainly in oil tanks, ballast tanks, and cargo pipelines, and takes place in the absence of oxygen. Research indicates that sulfate-reducing bacteria, or SRB, consume hydrogen through their hydrogenase enzymes and accelerate corrosion. This type of corrosion occurs when sulfates, hydrocarbons, and bacteria are present, particularly within a temperature range of 20 to 40 degrees Celsius. So, we can clearly see that surface condition plays a vital role in corrosion. An effective corrosion prevention depends on proper coatings, environmental control, and regular maintenance, especially in marine applications. Thank you for watching the video.